watch this, but I'm out at Lake Maumelle. We just got a little bit of rain. Water temp is 65.2. I'm out on the west end of the lake. Wind is coming mostly from the south, shifting around it a little bit. I'm going to be throwing crankbait, swim jig, and just going up and down the banks. I'm trying to get out and explore new parts of the lake that I haven't been to before, so I'm going to get to it. Can we rotate? No. Oh, I see. Do not disturb, auto rotate. Yes. All this stuff that I don't do. I guess it has to be up. Well, we'll find out. So I'm gonna try to get this on. Excuse me for a second. It's gonna be a little clunky. Nobody's watching this anyway. There we go. That'll work. So do that. Get our handy dandy fancy tripod system all set up. And so you can see how pretty it is out here. Okay, so we got the front of the boat. I'll be fishing right up here. So get our power going. Alright, let's get to it. Crankbait's been working real well. I was going to come up and go to the bridge and try a jig for a little bit, but there's somebody up there, so I don't want to let them. So just along the bridges. Good for a crankbait. Nice and dirty. Try to focus on moving pretty well today. I need to set a timer here in a second. Boy, it's good looking water for a crankbait. I've never actually fished this part of the lake. Usually I'll come down here and go to the bridge and then just kind of move on. But there was somebody fishing from the bank, and I really did not want to interrupt them. It's not hard for me to move on to someplace else, but pretty hard for them to move. So. Couple of months, and especially these last couple of weeks, I just feel like spring is such a good time to get confident, you know, and I'm just trying to learn all the kind of, that was weird, all the kind of standard techniques, and then I'll branch out into things that are a little bit more, what's going on? Things that are a little bit more niche. Jumping. It's pretty shallow. Yeah, there goes my depth warning again. This is just a huge, big flat, which is probably not going to be the best spot to be, you know, getting after fish. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get right in along the bank and try to look for something, some rocky. For 15 minutes and move on. I wanted to try to get over here to the bridge before the wind really picked up. It's been, I think probably like a lot of places, really windy in the afternoon until about sunset. If I get anything out here, it's just going to be a random fish. What I'm trying to do is get over into the bank right here. Okay, let's try that crankbait again. Between the crankbait and the chatterbait, those have been sort of the two go-tos lately that have really done well for me. And by well, I mean, you know, they've caught me some fish. I haven't gotten skunked, which for me is an accomplishment. would like to do is fish the crankbait, but if it's too windy, it's just not, it's not going to cast well because it's kind of a big, it's one of the hybrid hunters, and so it's a big clunky, kind of a big clunky bait that really gets caught up with the wind. Yeah, see, it got some grass. And that's the other thing that happens too, is I end up getting a bunch of grass in there. But the goal here lately, just because the bite's been so good, has just been to get out and try places of the lake that I haven't been to. Last year was my real first year of fishing. A lot, and trying to learn, and the first year that I had my boat, and so I've really been trying to teach myself just as much as I can. But it has just been a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed it. We've got a lake in Arkansas, Little Rock, just outside the city limits, that serves as a reservoir, so it doesn't see a whole bunch of additional traffic other than just people, out fishing, whatever. That's 3 in a row. So I'll get three casts in a row where I come up with grass, and then I'll go back to the chatterbait. Or the swim jig is the other thing too, but probably just the chatterbait. At least the wind back here is okay. Looking water. But I'm just looking for, that one bite, see where the fish are, kind of like, I don't know if people, I know a lot of people watch him, but Tyler Berger kind of says, it's like, there's fish biting somewhere on this lake, you just got to figure out where it is. And so I'll do a crankbait, chatterbait, kind of as go-to seeker, finding lures, and then try to figure out where they're at. The other thing too is, lately I've been having a lot of luck deeper in the pockets, which I'm not doing right now, and I probably need to. There's a bigger pocket on up the bank, so probably that'll be our first move, is into one of the deeper pockets, and just try and like primary, secondary points in there. Water over here is a little dirty. So nothing so far. Nope, that's a snag. Right? Yeah, that's a snag. First snag. Awesome. What do we do with these on live stream? Nobody's watching. That's too bad. I didn't see anything over here. It looked like it just got hooked on a rock. Yeah. or at least not a big one. And then the other thing. With the wind just kind of boy, if I was a fish, I'd be ready. Try to get so we can angle up the bank a little ways. There were a couple days there where the wacky rig was real good, and those days, I don't know if they passed and gone or what. Here's 15 minutes. We're going to pause and see how all this is going. We've been live for 21 minutes. Outside, looks peaceful. Welcome to live chat. Remember, I don't think anybody's watching this. That's okay. Oh no, some people are watching. Questions, comments. So I'll end up just stopping every 15 minutes or so, trying to reassess and see how things are going. If there are any questions, anything like that, any suggestions too, always looking for good suggestions. So, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna move spots real quick and move over to just sort of a bigger pocket in the lake because we've been going 20 minutes, haven't had anything so far. So we're gonna do that real quick.